really hard not to see you more because I really want to share this story with you and see you. So I will feel you. Thank you for that. I think I've been on a quest for love for all of my life. I think when I listen to all of us, I think we all have. I think every human being has. And in fact, I recently calculated that I have spent about 146,000 hours, plus or minus a few thousand, to develop mastery of love. I looked at what everybody was doing. I studied really hard. I practiced really hard. You know, in the book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell says that we develop mastery if we spend about 10,000 hours. I did 146,000 hours. I should be an Uber fudging master. I should be the love guru. I should be even a virtuoso. And guess what? No way. No how. No, not even close. You know why? Because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. The formula that I had, that I spent 40 years of my life, 45 years of my life, working really, really hard and eagerly to practice, was the wrong one. It's so crazy, isn't it? So let me take you back a little bit. I too, Monique, was like as an adolescent. Oh my God, I was such a disaster. I was insecure. I was overweight. I was so lost. I was just out of my body. I was out of my mind. I was depressed. I was hopeless, despairing. I mean, right? The list goes on. And yeah, I had come out of this childhood that had, neglect and abuse. And at the very core of me, I did not believe I deserved love. The concept, I don't even think existed. That's why I was so lost. It wasn't even like, oh, you deserve love, let's go get it. I was just lost. But then I started looking around, right? I'm this courageous, curious person. And so as a young woman who just moved to the United States, I'm like, wait, what are people doing? Oh, this magazine says this, and this TV show says this, and my girlfriends in this all-girl boarding school, they're saying this, and it was this. There is a magic formula, a really, really simple magic formula that tells us that if we just do this one thing, we will get all the love, all the happiness, all the success, the perfect boyfriend, the children, the white picket fence, all of it. One thing. Very clear, very black and white. Be thin, be happy, be fat, live in hell. Do you know how excited I was about this? I was being promised not only that I would get love, but that I would get out of this emotional hell I really, really lived in all the time. And so I started following its rules. They were really simple, 4 of them. 1, eat nothing. Exercise compulsively, all the time. Every day is a joke, 5 times a day. I always think of the US Post Office. You know, they say neither sleet nor snow nor rain is going to stop them. That was me. Get on the scale every day, many times a day. And number 4, the biggest one of all, surrender, right, John? Surrender to this master voice, this Zen master, you know, the ones that like whip you to get you to move towards love. Give yourself over to her. She will let you know when you've done right. She will let you know when you've done wrong. She'll give you all the rules. And she's just fabulous at she'll use shame to get you. But it's going to work. So every morning, I would wake up. And literally, the moment I opened my eyes, Zen master, taskmaster, Nazi, woke up with me, streaming endless images and numbers. How did you do yesterday? How did you eat? Did you exercise enough? Right, heart beating. And then she'd tell me to do the next 2 steps. Go get on the scale. So much nervous anticipation because it could go one way, where for that moment at least, for a few minutes, I could feel so happy and relieved and worthy and free. And then if this other number showed up, right back, shoot it back into despair and hell. I had learned, I don't know if any of you know this, I knew how to move this way on the scale. You know, if you lean this way or if you lean this way, in the old scales at least, I could get a different number. You know, or it felt like I could move the scale to this part of my wooden floor, or this part of my wooden floor. And then, you know, in the hopes that maybe my day wouldn't begin in hell. And then, step number 2, I'd go to the mirror. So funny, the mirror. Every single day, same goddamn focus. Whoom, right here, right? Do you guys all know that place? Right here. This, for the formula of happiness towards perfect weight, the flat stomach is king, is God. And so I knew exactly, right? I know which way to stand. I knew what to suck in. I knew what not to look at. And I think I realized the other day, I think I hit twice that my master told me that my stomach was flat enough. Twice in 40 years. And that was when I was struggling with anorexia. And even then, it was just twice. And then the rest of my day would begin. This was 15 minutes. The rest of my day was no better. I underate, I overexercised, I then binged, I then purged. I had a raging eating disorder for 30 years. I couldn't be intimate with my husband. But I was thin! God forbid, like I was scared to take a breath for fear that maybe this love that was like right here would be gone. And as I started engaging with my life, as I raised 3 delicious children, as I deepened into my marriage, as I got a career I loved, I started going, wait a minute, what is the deal with this formula? It's telling me I'm going to get love, and all I feel is hate. I feel hate towards myself. I feel hate towards my body. I feel hate towards people who are thinner than me. I feel hate towards people who are fatter than me because that means they're weaker than me. Pfft. Hate, 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 hate. I was poisoning myself with hate. And so I said, no more. And, you know, I wish I could tell you. It's like the big epic story, you know, the dramatic moment in the movie where the hero gets it just right. It wasn't like that. It took years. Moment by moment by moment of my body and my soul starting to create cracks in these frozen belief systems that I had just swallowed up hook, line, and sinker. And 2 things I realized. It's so damn cool. One is, we all know this in this room, love lives right inside of me. I cannot get it outside of me. If I get it outside of me, it's a great bonus. But if it doesn't start here, I'm in big trouble. But second one, this formula I had looked for, this teacher I had looked for to teach me, how do I do this? How do I look for love? How do I practice love? How do I cultivate love? Guess who it is? This body. This body that I had spent a lifetime hating and rejecting and trying to obliterate because this body was an obstacle to love. This body is, to me, the greatest embodiment of unconditional love on this earth. She loves me so much. She has never given up on me. I have been an asshole to her. I have been so violent towards her. She has never done anything but love me and forgive me. She works tirelessly for me just because she loves me. And so now these are my practices. My rules are eat whatever feels good. I dance naked every morning. That's my workout now. To my favorite music, it depends on the day. Sometimes I put crazy ass music because I want to get my heart and my bones and my muscles to get the intensity that they need to thrive. They need that sometimes. The heart is a muscle. And then sometimes I dance to the most delicious, sensual goddess music because she loves that and she loves it when I come into communion with her in that dance. And so if there was one thing, one extraordinary thing I could do in this talk today, and that's my mission, right? How can I emit this well enough, brilliantly enough, so that you know that right at your fingertips, in the trillions of cells we've got in here, every one of them loves you. And when you say, I don't like you, my stomach is too big, my butt, fine, go ahead, we can do that. None of us will be unconditionally loving until we die, maybe. But I ask you, I implore you to know that none of these cells deserve this hate. None of these cells deserve this violence. They'll love you anyway. But it's so much more fun to love her. So, thank you.